Another sour beer. But this one says it's going to make you pucker. So, if that's the title name, I'm very looking forward to it being a highly sour beer. Beer, 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 beer. Hello everybody, welcome back to me, Mate Brewski from the Brewski Review. And today the beer I have for you guys is by the Amsterdam Brewery out in Toronto, Ontario. Not too far from me. And today we are drinking Makes You Pucker Dry Hopped Sour. Coming in at 4.8% alcohol by volume. No listed IBUs here on the beautiful green, yellow, and red can. It does sort of look like a candy design, like a sour candy design, which is pretty cool. Good stuff there. No IBUs listed on the can, none on the website, but on Untapped, you're looking at 10 IBUs. So, without further ado, let's crack this bet. 10 IBUs? Seems a little high for a sour, but hey, things always change. Let's crack this bad boy open. Let's see what we got. Yeah, okay, it looked a lot emptier than I thought. I don't know. Innocent Gun tulip style glass, because I haven't used this glass in a while. Let's pour it up, see what we got. No funky colors, but still a nice looking beer. There we go. Looking at the beer itself, pale straw yellow. Lots of carbonation coming up from the bottom. Just tons and tons of bubbles. Slightly hazy, but very, very pale. Almost like, with the carbonation and just the lighting in here, it gives it a weird, like, little cloudiness, but it's just the carbonation and the lighting. Very white head on top, looking absolutely pretty. Let's have a smell. On the nose, right off the bat, fairly sour aroma. Bit of grapefruit, bit of pine. There is a sweetness under there as well. Tropical sweetness, like citrusy, pineapple-y, orangey. But yeah, fairly sour aroma. Let's just have a taste, shall we? Yeah. Makes you pucker, that's for sure. Was not expecting that. Okay, that's a weird lingering flavor. Where do I start? That kind of just took me by surprise, to be honest. Oh, geez. Sourness leaves really quick, though. Interesting. Light, crispy, very effervescent. Finishes extremely clean. But I gotta figure out what kind of flavors are going on in here. That was an aggressive sour. But there is something going on in here. We're gonna find out. Cheers, everybody. Let's keep on drinking. Okay, where do I start? Little bits of grapefruit. A very undertoned sweetness to it. But the aggressive sourness of this beer is just all up in your face. It is definitely going to make you pucker. It definitely is a extremely sour beer, but it finishes clean. It doesn't leave a lingering sour note in and on your taste buds, which is pretty cool. I actually like that aspect of it. Have something extremely sour, but if it finishes fairly clean and not super lingering of the sour, I think you got a good little recipe going on. But as far as flavors and anything going on in this beer, it's a little hard to find. Very, very sour. Notes of citrus, but very acidic in my opinion. Extremely acidic. That's the flavor that sort of lingers a bit. It goes away very quickly. Like, the lingering flavors don't last that long, but it's very acidic and a bland acidity to it. Not a lot of flavor, just, and it's not an off flavor, it's just too much, so it leaves a kind of how do I describe it? Just nasty kind of taste. Like it's a mixture between overly bitter, like orange rind without the orange, but just the bitterness, and then just acidity, just flavorless, but acidic, soury bitteriness. After that goes away, it is very clean, but that note is a bit off-putting. You kind of really only focus on that weird weird aggressive note. Not really getting much else flavor off of this other than super sour, a little bit of citrus, some grapefruit, and a touch of pine. But that's what I'm getting. Let's see what the can has to say. Amsterdam Brewery Makes You Pucker Dry Hop Sour, 4.8% ABV, 10 IBUs, 10 coming off Untapped. Lime and orange zest give this beer a tropical aroma of citrus, ripe mango, and grapefruit. Now, I'm not really getting mango on the nose. It's if it is there for some people, it's definitely it's to a lesser degree where maybe my nose just isn't picking it up. But you know, citrus, orange zest and lime zest. Okay, yeah, I can see that. Grapefruit for sure. Refreshingly tart, and the beer finishes dry and makes you pucker. Damn straight it does. No ingredients list, or am I lying? Yes, no ingredients list that I see, but on the bottom for a canned on date, yes, March 24th, 2020 was when this was canned. So great to see that on the can. No ingredients, no IBUs, not a big deal, but I like the description on it. I'm just not getting the mangoes, but that's fine. Yeah. Extremely sour. I think if you're a person who likes sour beers but really just likes that sour note with not really much else going on, it's not fruited, it's not nothing like that, you're gonna like this. But if you're not a fan of sours or overly sour beers, stay away from this one. It's sour. It's gonna make you pucker. It's gonna kick you in the face. Just so you know. It's not my kind of beer. It is good for being an extremely sour, but it's not my speed. It's a little too aggressive for me. Moving over to the website, amsterdambeer.com, you go to the beer section, you scroll down a little bit, you find most of their mainstay beers, but I do not find Makes You Pucker. I cannot find it on the website, which is a bummer because the website looks good and they give you a good bit of information. So, sadly, we have to move on from that. Untapped. Makes You Pucker has been given a 3.6 bottle caps out of 5, and that's out of 235 ratings. Again, not my beer. Interesting. Very sour, not super flavorful, but you know, it's not bad. It's just not my speed, you know. Plus, that really sour, orangey rind, sort of bitterness, sourness at the end. That short, lingering flavor kind of puts me off, and puts me off in a weird kind of thing. But hey. That's fine. Somebody might like it. Some people probably do really enjoy it, but just not for me. Finally, moving over to the LCBO, where you can pick up Makes You Pucker. It's going to be costing you $3.25 for this 473 ml tallboy can. But yeah, no, definitely good stuff going on in here. Just not my speed, but well done at the same time. It's a bit of an oxymoron, but you know, you got to look at it from a different angle. Yeah, it might not be what you're looking for, but all in all, still well done. With that said, guys, cheers on the final sip. Let's get ready to ratings and wrap this thing up. Overall, Makes You Pucker by Amsterdam Brewery. Good, solid, sour. That final lingering flavor puts me off a little bit, but isn't for me as well. It's a little too aggressive of a sour for my personal taste, like I said, if you're looking for an aggressive sour, Makes You Pucker is definitely going to be up your alley. That's why Makes You Pucker gets a solid 7 out of 10 for me. As for presentation, I do love the can design. I think it looks pretty wild, pretty inviting, and it doesn't give you any BS. It does make you pucker. Good description. Thankfully, there is a canned on date on the bottom, but no information for ingredients or IBUs. Not the end of the world, but stuff that I just like to see. As for the website looks great. The only thing though, I cannot find this beer on the website, which still always boggles my mind. Why not throw that on there on your website when you're bringing out a new beer? Why not have it already ready to go as the beer shipped out to the world? Just one of the many questions I have. So presentation, with all that said, gets a solid 7.5. Because the beer isn't on the website, I can only give the presentation mark a solid 6 out of 10. Before I leave you guys, if you have any comments, questions, or beers you want to review in the future, you can leave all of that information down in the comment box below. If you want to go ahead and like this video or subscribe to me, Maple Brewski, would be greatly appreciated as well. And with all that said, that's going to do it for me, Maple Brewski. Like I always say, crack a beer and enjoy. Cheers. Do you like sour candies? Are you old enough to drink a beer? Do you want to enjoy something that brings those memories back to you when you're older? That didn't rhyme, but that's okay. Cheers.